What's going on, guys? We are back with another quick and delicious dessert recipe. This is one of my favorites. If you've seen our channel for any amount of time, you're probably familiar with mug cakes. What's a mug cake if you're new? It is a delicious, tasty treat you can make after dinner in a coffee mug in the microwave in under 5 minutes. On our website, ketoconnect.net, we have probably 3 to 5, maybe even a little more delicious mug cake recipes. Today, there's a new guy in town. It is called the Mug Brownie. We're changing up the classic recipe a little bit. It's just as simple, just making it a little bit more fudgy and indulgent. So let's do that. The classic base of any mug cake and mug brownie is a tablespoon of melted butter. If you want to do different types of fats, you could do coconut oil, you could do different things. But we're going to be doing butter, keeping it classic. We add about a tablespoon, you can do more if you want to our mug. And it begins. We're going to melt this butter for about 30 seconds until it's totally melted, but not like super steaming, bubbling hot. Okay, butter is melted. We're now gonna begin adding the rest of the ingredients, and here is a veteran mug cake making tip. So we have an egg here. This is actually just a yolk. That's a change we're making for the mug brownie. But you wanna build a little bit of a barrier between the hot butter and the eventually added egg. So we are going to add the dry ingredients right onto the butter. This is 2 teaspoons of coconut flour. Just a tiny bit of coconut flour is all you really need, 2 teaspoons. This is 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and this is dark cocoa powder. You can use any cocoa powder, but that is what's gonna give it the signature brownie flavor. Here we have 1.5 tablespoons of erythritol, which is a low-carb sweetener. You can also use stevia in its place, or you could do like half erythritol, half stevia. That's usually what I like to do. We got some baking powder. This is essential to give it a little bit of fluffiness while also keeping it dense. Just, I guess, like a teaspoon. Doesn't really matter the amount too much. We're gonna add a pinch of salt to accentuate the chocolate flavor. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. A big part of making mug cakes is you don't ever measure anything. That's pretty essential. You just wanna eyeball a lot of this. So like if I accidentally add like 6 tablespoons of heavy cream, we can just correct that at the end by adding more coconut flour. Pretend you're an Italian grandmother. Do they measure ingredients? No. And then lastly, we're gonna add the egg yolk. Typically we use a full egg. That gives you more volume. The egg yolk keeps it dense and highly flavorful. So we're just using the egg yolk here. The same recipe could be made with a full egg. It would just be more cake-like. So I can already tell this is watery. This is too watery. This batter should be a little bit looser than a typical mug cake. That's what makes it fudgy. But I think, yeah, we're gonna need another teaspoon of coconut flour here. That looks good. Lastly, we're gonna do about a tablespoon of chopped dark chocolate on top. You could mix it in too if you want to. I like to do like 85% dark chocolate when I do recipes like this. So there's different brands you can find. This one's called Theo, named after our son. This one is actually like creamier, and I would say probably my favorite. 88% dark chocolate. I guess we'll go with this one for today. You know, you can do as much or as little as you want. Some rough chops. And then what I would do is I'll add a little in there. Maybe half. Mix that in. Then we're gonna do the remainder to just top it. And now there's many levels to being a artisan mug cake maker. It's kind of like being a samurai warrior. Like the first time you pick up the sword, you're not just gonna, be chopping people's heads off. You gotta slowly work your way up. So a big part of mastery is the microwaving process. You want these to you don't just wanna put them in there forever. You want to take them out at just the right time so that they're fudgy. They're still a little undercooked. That's how I like them. Probably about 50 to 60 seconds is when you want to pull it out. And it's really just a feeling thing, you can tell. So I'm gonna put this in 60 seconds. Okay, brownie is out now. I just took this out. Now look at this. See that shake? You can kind of tell it's just gonna be fudgy and delicious. I usually treat these mug cake recipes as just a base. Like you don't have to go to our website, ketoconnect.net, and follow the recipe word for word. You see the general necessities of the recipe, and then you can add in your own flair. Megan wants to try flipping this out onto a plate. Let's see what happens.
Ooh.
Pretty good. And you can see this is mastery at work right here. You see this underside, which is pretty underdone? That's what you're looking for. At least me. Some people maybe don't like that, but that's what I'm looking for. So let's just give this a try. Yeah, look at this texture. This really is a lot different than the mug cakes. This is definitely a brownie. Looks great, right? Whoa, wow. Barely holds together. That's how fudgy it is. Delicious dark chocolate flavor. I must say, a while back we did a recipe video, nutritious versus delicious mug cakes. And this one is better than the delicious mug cake. This is the most, I would say, the most delicious mug cake we've ever made. Highly recommend. Super dark chocolate, great sweetness, good flavor. Really just can't complain. I might make this for dessert tonight. This is great. KetoConnect.net, all of our recipes are there. This one is linked down below in the description. If you're looking for more simple mug cakes, fat bombs, just like quick things you can throw together that are sweet treats, keep you sticking to your diet, make it sustainable for the long term, we have something called the Fat Bomb Bible. It is 40 recipes similar to this, just really simple things you can throw together. I'll link that down below. Check that out. And that's gonna do it, guys. Thanks for watching.